Okay, welcome back for another video. So let's take a look at the market. We pretty much having an interesting price action for the past couple of weeks. And I want to talk about SPY, the price action, my game plan. But before that, let's actually go over the weekly calendar really quick. So let's actually do that. So if we look at the calendar right here, we need to actually take a look and see what kind of event we have in next week. We'll be closing the first quarter 2026 this week. And this week, we're starting with a press conference of Jerome Powell on Monday at 10:30. So if you're trading on Monday, definitely pay attention to that time because John Powell can always make a comment that can move the market in any direction or create some type of volatility. So definitely be aware of that. That's why it's really important to always check the weekly calendar to see what kind of event will be coming out. So 10:30 is going to be a key time to actually pay attention to. If you look at Tuesday as well, we also have consumer confidence, job opening data, actually also other Fed speakers as well. But mainly for Tuesday, I want to be looking at job opening and consumer confidence data to see how the consumer feel about the economy and how the job data is going on as well. And on Wednesday, we have more job data as well, also retail sales. So I'm definitely watching the US retail sales, ADP job data, and we have more Fed speaker as well speaking, and definitely be watching for that as well. So I think this week is a bit of different news, not really heavy, but it's pretty much we're pretty much having job and employment data. The biggest is going to be on Friday, where we have an employment report and employment rate as well. So this actually gave a good understanding about how the Fed want to move regarding interest rate. So definitely Friday is gonna be the key day to actually watch. Let's go back and actually take a look at SPY and talk about the price action, about what we need to look for next week. So quickly, if you look at the weekly time frame really quick, let's actually clear this chart so we can actually start from scratch together. So if you look at the weekly time frame, I'm going on the weekly time frame right here. As I told you guys, we're moving to the upside right here. There's no way you want to actually look for actually buy calls, right? Pretty much the focus should be to the downside if you want to actually play long term. But short term, you can sometimes try to actually catch the bounce, which is really risky. But right now, we're pretty much having a pullback, right? Which is pretty much a healthy pullback. We already started, and I think from where we are right now, we can actually mark that previous high that we have right here. That's a key level that we can actually watch. It's an area of the chart we can actually come back and retest that previous high here. When if you actually notice it, rejection at this level, pullback, came back, when that $2 breakout, we actually went straight. We never have a retest. So this right here can actually give the market an opportunity to come for a retest, and we'll see. Again, that's on the bigger time frame. And another level I want to actually mark gonna be this low right here. I think we can actually retest that before we actually come back to that retest level. There's a strong possibility that we can actually have this type of price action right here. So where we pretty much move down, come back for a retest before actually going lower and retest that level. Maybe this is gonna be a holding spot for the price action. But that's something I'm definitely watching. But this is on the bigger time frame. Again, on weekly time frame. I want to actually look on the daily time frame to see how it looks like. So if you look on the weekly time frame, you will see that we actually lost the 652 on Thursday. Right, that's where we actually mainly lost it right here on that candle. We actually lose it earlier, right, a couple of days earlier, but we actually reclaimed, and we couldn't really bounce because we kept rejecting the 650 level right here. We kept rejecting that level, and we can actually bounce. And here when we actually lost the 652, the market gapped down again and went lower. And it looks like, looking at future right now, the futures are currently red, and there's still some war news every weekend so far, and it seems like the market might actually open red. So we'll see. We'll see where we open on Monday, but definitely that's how it looks like. Pretty much looks like pretty much bloody, and we can go actually lower. One thing though, where we are right now, we're pretty much inside that sneaky demand zone that we have right here. That is only worth mentioning right here. In that zone, right, we can actually have some type of level of buying pressure. But as we can see that currently as future is red, it looks like Monday will be a red open. But again, we can always, bounce back before the open. It's a long way. So right now, future is down. ES is down about like almost like 0.6, and NQ over 0.6 as well. So getting closer to 1% down movement. But we'll see where we are in pre-market, and if we still at those same level, most likely we'll be losing the 630 level right here, so the 630 level. And if you do the 630, I'm gonna be looking to that level to see if we can reclaim it to actually play the upside All right, over the weekend, I took a fun call. So if we actually below the 630, then that would be pretty much that play will be pretty much a loss. Again, there was a risky play because we were pretty much inside that demand zone, trying to see if we can actually have a bounce on Monday. But again, because of the war news, we pretty much moving to the downside over again. So definitely watching that level, the 630. If you lose it, then if you reclaim it, I can actually play the bounce again to the upside. But as I mentioned, guys, we can definitely go back and actually retest the 612 level, 612, 613. That level right here, that's a key, that's a previous major high that we actually broke before making the huge move to the upside. So while we lose the 630, we still have room to go all the way down here. But I'm also watching for a possible, again, retest right here to around the 650, or let's say 650 to actually go back again, just in case, right? So I'm either gonna actually look to see if I can actually catch the continuation if the selling pressure is really strong, straight to that 613, 612 level, or the bounce right back to actually retest the 650, 652. All right, so I'm really open-minded in both sides. I just have to be really good on the timing about how I want to play. So on this level right here, that's where we're gonna actually have a change of momentum, either turn momentum to the upside or just a continuation to the downside. That's something I'll be watching. So the 630 is gonna be the key level I'm watching. And if you can actually have to the downside, you can actually have a break. I already the feature is already red, so most likely we're going to have a break right here. You can come for a retest and I see some failure to reclaim that level, then I'm definitely gonna be taking put to go to the downside. But if we open below that level and we actually reclaim it, then I'll be looking to actually see if we can actually go reclaim the 640, and the main target for the rest of the week will be the 650 to the 652. So that's definitely what I'm pretty much like seeing on SPY right here. And I think we can actually have a nice move price action. If you look on the monthly as well, you can see we have a huge monthly candle, red candle right here, and that's about like almost like 8% move. If you guys remember 2 weeks ago, I told you guys the market has room to make 5 to 7% move down from the top right here, and this wouldn't mean that the market is crashing. It's just a healthy pullback, right? If you look at the previous high right here before this actually happened, if you go from the high right here, we have a pullback. That pullback was about like about 20%, and that actually happened in 2 months, all right? So about like 8 weeks, and that right here was about a major pullback, right? That was like a major retracement, and we don't even have that yet. So this same move right here, if we're gonna have the same move, that's gonna go all the way down here for 18 to 20% move down. So this right here, the market actually moved like for almost like 2 months straight to the downside. So playing put at this level was really rewarding. However, this right here, we had the first week or first red candle really small, the second week really major. So definitely watching to see as we actually come down here to actually clear that 630 and we take that previous high at this level. Are we gonna actually clear that level and go lower? We'll see. Right? The first we need to actually retest that level to see how we can actually act, because when we're there, we're going to actually have a major test of structure, because that's what we also have this right here. So that was the previous high right here. If you look at it, that was the previous high. You can see how we actually came back and retest that high, and just the dip got bought really heavily right here. If you go to the weekly time frame, you see we actually have that rejection right here. The dip already bought, and we actually have a strong move to the upside to go make a new all-time high. So that's something I'm definitely watching to see how it will play out. Then we'll see how those levels played out, and based on the reaction, we're going to actually make sure we try to capitalize on those price action. So make sure to actually watch the level for the future, because that's why I'm making those videos, right? Those key levels are pretty much like key level to watch for the future, not only for next week but also for the future as well. That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comment if you have a specific stock you're watching for next week. Catch you guys next week.